Guys, welcome to Bachelor. This is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. You know, if nothing better could tell me that we're living in a simulation. I swear we're on a computer, somewhere on a hard drive being run in a simulation on some weird kid's computer in a basement somewhere in Skokie, Illinois. 2020 has proven that, if nothing else has, because this year just gets weirder and weirder. And, you know, this is one of those stories that, while on the surface, I wouldn't say this is an exceptionally big deal. It goes to show you that a young woman, who I did a video about, they were doing real-time swiping. I'll leave a link to the video at the end of this here. But she eliminated everybody. There was nobody there that she felt was worthy of her. And so she ended up eliminating everybody. And the only things that she had that were kind of prerequisites were A, she likes to party, and they have to like to party too. B, they have to be over 5'10", at a minimum, preferably 6 feet tall. They can't be younger than she is, and they have to be okay into light choking during intimacy. Not exactly hard prerequisites to meet, you'd think, but on the 20 versus 1, she ended up eliminating everybody, and she definitely had the forever alone. And so what did she decide to do to recover? She decided to join OnlyFans and, I guess, stay single. And here's the weird part. She's in the top 3% of creators, which means she's probably making $4 or $5 grand a week doing this. So let me jump on her picture, and we'll get recording on this. So if you remember here, this is what she looked like. This is her video. I'll leave another link down below and here above me to the video I did about it, which has links to this video that I reviewed. But you can see she's like, yes, she has pink hair, and she's done green hair, and she's done all the several other weird hair colors. But she's not hard on the eyes, but nor would I say that I would assume would be in the top 3% of all creators. She doesn't strike me as anything that's incredibly gorgeous or anything, but to each his own. But the whole thing is, she did this. She failed out miserably, and she couldn't meet any guys, and I did a video on that. And then I saw a story where she was on OnlyFans. So I came here to her Instagram, and she has some, not really bad photos of her, not really even that spicy. But she has some photos of her. But, you know, I've always said, if you look at somebody's account and 90% of the photos are of themselves, that means that they're very insecure and they're always fishing for attention, usually either narcissistic or needing some validation. And you can see the majority of her pictures are of herself. And here she is on OnlyFans. OnlyFans. So this is what blows me away, though. She's the top 3% of creators. And it says, smoking literally 420 bunny. I only reply to DMs on OnlyFans, and she charges $10 a month. $10 a month. And now she refers to some spicy words in here, but every photo is blocked. In other words, to see any content, you need to subscribe. And from the way she words a lot of these, I enjoy flashing and splashing. She's got some other things on here. I can't really say all the words on YouTube. But the whole thing is, there she went. So when the going got tough, and she couldn't meet anybody, and, I need to make some money, over to OnlyFans she goes for $10 a month. And she's in the top 3% of creators. So I did a little snooping. This is from Mashable. And they talk about how many people have joined up and how many people are going over to OnlyFans. And it says right here that Moki, an OnlyFans creator who preferred not to disclose their real name, said they've made $5,000 in 1 week and ranked in the top 1%, and $6,000 another week and ranked in the top 2%. So it's somewhere between maybe 5, 6, 7,000, and you're going to be ranked in the top 1 to 3%. And this is an article that's written of August 19th, so it's barely 2 months old. And you can see influencers are flocking to OnlyFans, but not everyone is happy about it. Now, apparently, you've got Cardi B and you've got Megan the Stallion going over. I forget the other fans or other stars that are going over there, but now the the creators, quote creators, are getting upset because as these bigger popular names go over and start charging money, people are taking the money they once were giving to these small time girls that were putting up spicy content and paying their popular fans that they like, because I guess everybody wants to know what Cardi B's up to, even though Cardi B said she wasn't putting up spicy content. So, but I wanted to read this article to kind of wrap things up a little bit. And this is from a few months ago, but it's jobless in quarantine. Thousands turn to OnlyFans to make ends meet. And they tell a story about a couple of stories in here about young women that were like, oh, I'm out of a job or things are getting tough. And they turn to OnlyFans to make a couple of bucks. And there's one part I wanted to read about this. Ray, a new mother living in South California, was abruptly furloughed last month after the gym she managed shut down due to the risks of the bug. Her fiancé, a construction worker, still had a job, but work was slow, and they started to worry about their mortgage payments and other bills. At first, we, at the gym, were told that we would still be paid, but that didn't last, said Ray, 25, who also asked not to use her full name for privacy reasons. I have a little one, so it was really stressful. I needed to make sure he's taken care of. She'd heard about people making really good money on OnlyFans, so a week ago she set up an account to sell spicy photos and started sharing her new profile with people on Twitter. Before long, she had more than 40 paying fans. Now, let's say that's $40 a month. Let's say she's charging, I don't know, $5 to $10 a shot. Hey, that's $200 to $400 a month. That's not bad, especially when you look at a young guy that has to work minimum wage here in the United States for, what is it, $7.25 or something like that. After taxes, maybe gets to keep 6 of it. That's a week or two's worth of money just from posing and taking a couple photos and posting them, which takes very little effort. And the other thing is she's married with a brand new kid. So here's a mom, a wife, turning to this stuff to make money. You know, the big thing is, let me wrap it up and then I'll say this last part of it. To her surprise, Ray added she's already made about $1,000 through subscriptions and tips. Isabella's earned somewhere in the range of $250 to $300 in a matter of days, enough to keep food on the table for at least the next week, she said. And here's the part that I found fascinating. There's a woman they mentioned named Aubrey Joseph who isn't putting up spicy photos, but she wanted to try to make a little bit of extra income, so she signed up and to put out, you know, her information, and she put her digital artwork out, and she's trying to sell it on Patreon without any spiciness. Here's just a woman that's going out there and posting digital. She does character design, animation, and she does profile sketches, and she says she'll take commission work, and she takes donations, and so far she's earned $2. So here the woman's trying to do the right thing and sell digital artwork and trying to be responsible and sell art and say, hey, I'm out here, I'm a businesswoman, I'm trying to sell art and do the right thing. She makes $2. In the meantime, wife of 25-year-old mom and wife decides to put up topless photos, and of course she's making hundreds of dollars. So of course this incentivizes women to try this thing and put themselves out there, and yes, that's the way that they're going to make more money. Now, there's two parts to this. Number one, guys don't have this option. Guys, here's the good news, guys. Maybe these women are leaving some of these other job positions behind, and they'll open up for you guys. And I'm not going to hate on the hustlers. I mean, if women want to do this and they want to get their hustle on, that's fine, but it's got to be supply and demand. And right now there seems to be a whole lot of supply, and maybe there is a whole lot of demand, but how much will that change? I mean, there's got to come a point where there's not enough money to go around to all these people putting these photos out there. But the other bad part is that it's driving women to do this. And when you go to date later on in life, when you say, hey, you know what, I'd like to date somebody, you're going to have to go through a litany of questions because it used to be, let me just get to know them and see if we're a good potential match. Now, before you do any of that, you're going to have to say, hey, have you ever done an OnlyFans? Hey, have you ever done any of this sugar, dating stuff, fun, cash and prizes for for putting yourself out there for a little bit of action. Hey, the list goes on and on. How many partners? It's too much. It's too much. So, guys, if you're still into dating, here's one more thing you need to add to the list: is if they've done an OnlyFans, are they still doing it? And one more reason why. I don't know. I think dating's had its heyday. I'm going to be doing another video here at some point. I may even get it out tonight, where there's a difference between being sexy and being trashy, slutty, as it were. And for some reason, women have gotten the two mixed up, and the classy beautiful, sexy woman has now disappeared, and now it's just kind of trashy, easy looking, where you can kind of see everything, and that seems to be the going rate. So the funny thing is, many women are out there saying, where have all the good men gone after they've thrown away too much time on bad boys? There's a lot of guys out there that are saying, where have all the good women gone? Where are just the girls next door? And I did a video on that at one point. Where are all the girls next door, the girls that know how to be attractive and be to make it a little I don't know. I guess the best word I can say is make it a little bit sexy without being trashy. Like, it seems and guys will sleep with trash. They do not want to date or marry trash, and it seems that that's all that's left. I don't know, but I'll hit that more on another article or video. Guys, if you'd like to support my work, links below as always. If you have, thank you very much. Best way you can support me is like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my older videos and join me over on betterbachelor.locals.com for the forums. Guys, I'll leave it there. This is Better Bachelor. I'm Joker. And remember, one more thing you got to do to ask a future potential date if you decide to date again is, do you have OnlyFans? Because if they do, that's another strike against them and another reason not to date.